Apologize. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the live, so I'm going to give you guys a second to move on over here. I'm going to leave this other page, but Alabama in the mud. This is gonna be wild. So anybody that jumps on here, make sure you head over. I'm going to give it a second before I start chatting and talking about the stuff I was going to talk about. But yeah, I will say this. YouTube sucks. It must be because I tried to talk politics. They kind of screwed me on that one. Yeah, we'll give it a second here. Anyone there? If you're there, if anyone's back in the other chat room, let them know I'm live over here. I finally got something to work. I went through my iPad, my Mac, my phone. I finally got it to work on my phone. So this is where we're at. This is the prediction show. It's going to go about as well as the race tomorrow because, yeah, it's going to suck. Mud. I hate mud. What's up? Okay, I see we're starting to migrate over. I appreciate it, guys. And plus, I'm missing Arena Cross right now, and Arena Cross is so good. This Ryan Brees, Kyle Peters battle is just, it's getting next level. The fact that Brees brought in Marshall Welton to get in between them in points. And yes, I'm delaying the prediction talks. I want to get everybody over here because I apologize, guys. That sucked. I tried my hardest on the Mac. It didn't work. I got my, yeah, whatever. Technology sometimes is awesome. Drop Bear, what up? But yeah, so it's going to be a mud race in Alabama. But the good thing about that is Feld has got ahead of it. Dirtworks has tamed down the jumps. So the jumps aren't going to be as gnarly. And yes, guys, I did see the poll. Looks like I'm talking politics at the end of this, but yeah. Sav in Thailand, what is up? By the way, in Thailand, my boy Mark Savage is going to, he's going to jump 500 feet on a dirt bike in the fall. He's also setting a world record, 24 hours, the longest motocross laps in 24 hours. And I think he's going to bring me and somebody else over. He might be bringing a viewer. I don't know. So 1.5 of rain tonight alone. Yeah, it doesn't matter what they do to this track. And the problem with this track is when they built it, it was wet. When you build a track that's wet, it's never going to dry completely. But yeah, so I think in August, I'll be heading to Thailand, and I can't wait. And probably one of you guys is coming with me. But yeah, I do not like mud races. With that said, this is the last chance. Yeah, there he is, Mr. Savage. And I'm genuinely worried about 500 feet. He claims he's got it figured out with all the technology and everything to go 500 feet. And I'm just like, I'm scared for my man. 500 feet is 500 feet. You hit that on a dirt, he's going to have to hit the ramp going like 110 miles per hour. I don't know what that is in kilometers, but it's really, really fast. So yeah, that is on the docket. Okay, let's get to the 450s, guys. 450s in Alabama, where they say Roll Tide. And okay, what's the over/under on guys that show up with Roll Tide or jerseys? Man, it's going to be silly. I hate when people, that worked good in the days when we didn't have the internet and watched every race. Jace, what up? When we didn't have every race and the fans couldn't see that you don't really love their team and you're patronizing them, and that's kind of annoying. So stop, unless you're actually a fan of the Roll Tide or the Bama Crimson Tide or whatever they are. Although they don't have Nick Saban anymore. If you're not a fan of those guys, then it is what it is. All right, guys, let's get into this. Jet is going to win again. Jet is too good. He's on a roll. The only chance they have is if something happens in the mud. But guess what? Jet can ride the mud too. In second, we're looking at Aaron Plessinger, the cowboy. He fits JD. What up? Plessinger is going to get second. He might even win. It's a mud race. You could just throw the dice. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Sexton, with his newfound savage spirit, is going to come in on third because he's going to go for it. He's probably going to be in the lead, and he's probably going to make a mistake here or there. By the way, I should probably just unplug this mic. It's not working. I had to ditch that because the stream, because I think it's because I mentioned politics. They probably did something to my stream. They don't really like politics. But anyway, okay, so I got Sexton third, Tomac fourth. Malcolm Stewart is going to get fifth place. In the great words of Jackie Moon, he will win fifth place. Actually, I think it was fourth place, but he will win fifth place. Malcolm Stewart. Cooper Webb, he's short. Man, he has a hard time in the mud. It's just not his thing. Sixth place. Anderson, he doesn't like the mud. If he's not feeling it, I see him in seventh. Ken Roxon, I probably should have him higher, but I don't. I got him in eighth, followed by Ferrandis, Barcia. And for those of you guys playing the Rocky Mountain Fantasy ATV, I got Tomac was fourth. Barcia should retire. Looks like he is probably retiring. Usually when these guys sell their place, there is some talk. He's always wanted to do GPs. How great would that be if Gas switched him and Prado and just brought Prado over here and sent him over there? Not a bad trade. That might work out. And then in 14th place for the Rocky Mountain Fantasies, I've got Colt Nichols. Colt is returning on the beta. First time this year. Tomac can ride mud too. I mean, well, think about that. Jett, Plessinger, Sexton, Tomac, Stewart, Webb, Anderson, Roxon, Ferrandis, and Barcia. In a mud race, just throw out there. It doesn't matter. The only one that I'm confident that will actually probably win is Jett. The rest of those guys, you could shake them up almost any which way. But since it is the prediction show, I have it. Plessinger, Sexton, Tomac, Stewart, Webb, Anderson, Roxon, Ferrandis, and Barcia. The track is a swamp. So they've got most of it covered, but the start straight, I mean, there's puddles and it's like a clay. It's going to be a nasty track. Even so, if it stops raining right now, since they built this thing on soft ground, it's still going to be nasty. But at least they tamed down the jumps so it won't be as dangerous as Daytona. When you have dirt that breaks down like that, that's challenging enough. You don't need to put in these gigantic obstacles. That was what was so scary about Daytona, is those gigantic obstacles. And trust me, you got to go for them. If you're out there, you're racing, you got to send it. And speaking of sending it, let's get to the 250 prediction. I've got Cameron McAdoo. What'd somebody call him the other day? I forget what it is. Something to do with the balls out joke. Cameron Sackadoo, that's what they say. They call him Cameron Sackadoo. Love that. That's a Carmichael. Yeah, it absolutely was. Oh, y'all need to get roofs on your stadiums. 100% they should try. But it's all about balancing the finances of it. I understand what they're doing. They're doing the best they can. But I got Cameron Sackadoo winning in the 250 class. Tom Vial is awesome. He rode so good in those conditions, and he might win again. He's got confidence. He's got GP experience. Once you get that first win out of the way, sometimes it just opens things up. I got Max Anstie, another GP rider who looked good all day but just had a bad main event in Daytona. Max is going to be right in the mix. Max can also ride the mud. He's got many, many races in the GPs where he's done really, really good. Yeah. And then I've got Hayden Deegan. The only reason I don't have Hayden winning is he's short. It's hard when you're short in the mud. It really is. It is a big disadvantage. With that said, it's a mud race. Anything can happen. But then also, you need to work, and you're getting bumps and bruises, and you're controlling the bike in an unnatural way in the mud quite a bit. He's still got that wrist. It's got to be hurting. And I guarantee his butt's hurting. So if it's really bad track, I look for him to just get through the night. I mean, he's not very far out in points. If he gets fourth, it's not really going to hurt him. So I got Deegan in fourth. Daxton Bennick in fifth. My boy Jalik Swoll on the Triumph in sixth. Seth Hamaker in seventh. And then Club MX rider. And if you're not paying attention to Cody Schock, you should be. Cody Schock is a badass. This kid went down, and then towards the end of the Daytona main, they didn't show it on TV, but he was moving forward through guys that he's not supposed to pass. Cody Schock is not a one-race wonder like that opening round when he got fourth. Cody Schock will be in the mix. Don't be surprised if it's muddy and he gets a good start, that he's battling up there near a podium. He's a guy that's really coming in there. Then I got Chance Hymas because he is on our factory Honda. And when you get that good of equipment in a mud race, you're going to be all right. And then J Mart. I got J Mart in 10th place. So J Mart is hanging in there. I just want him to be healthy. He doesn't look right. When he crashed again at Daytona, my heart sunk. It looked nasty from where I was at. It looked pretty nasty on TV. Glad he's okay. But he seemed to be making a lot of little mistakes, which is they really don't. That's probably why Drop Bear, they probably don't want me talking politics. That's probably why they messed with my YouTube and made it so hard to get on today. But I'm going to give you guys a warning. I'm going to close out all the racing before I talk any politics. So any of you guys that don't want to talk politics, you can get the hell out of here. That way you don't have to get mad at me and we're all good. Yeah, J Mart, he didn't look good. And that's the problem when you come back from these concussions. So you feel fine, you concussion, you do whatever tests you need to pass. Then you get out on the track and it's a little focus, these little mistakes. And that's what I saw from J Mart in Daytona. And yeah, they took some time, but that was a nasty hit that he took. That's like a 6-month type of hit. But anyway, all right, guys. So that's it for the predictions. And now I'm going to get into the politics. So any of you guys, I'm going to give you just a second to get out of here if you don't like any politics talk. But what I saw last night had me infuriated. So, and I'll tell you why. But are you ready? Okay. Did you guys leave that didn't want to be here for the politics? Because 75% of you wanted politics and you're going to get it. That was disgusting. That was absolutely disgusting what I saw last night. Seeing the president get up there in his ridiculous beady eye stare, looking at stuff, and gaslight everybody. Okay, he's telling us inflation is going down. I don't know where he shops, but it's not where I shop. It's not going down. That's the most ridiculous thing. And is the world under attack? Yeah, from you, you sick son of a bitch. And he brings up Lincoln, but he got it wrong. Yes, Lincoln was right there when they had to fight for the country. And guess what? Lincoln was the one being kicked off the ballot, like they're doing to Trump. He's the bad guy. He doesn't know it. But that's the thing right now in politics. If they just tell it to you enough, they think you'll believe it. And then when on earth, oh my God, it's so frustrating. He's going to fix the border. When on earth have you ever been allowed to use the State of the Union as a political platform? That wasn't the State of the Union. What that was political propaganda and an attack at his opponent. That should be that should be an impeachable offense to me, that you took this platform and used it to lobby for your next. And I don't care what president. No president should ever use the State of the Union. You come out, you tell us what's going on for real, and don't lie to us. And don't get that ridiculous people right behind you standing up, cheering every time, like on cue. There's probably like a little light that goes off every time for Kamala to pop up. I was like, oh my God, I can't sit through this ridiculous stuff. They are ruining. We are under attack, but it's not from Trump. It's not from Trump. And I will tell you guys this. Everyone needs to vote. I feel like in the election, and it's always been this way. Oh, somebody, RC, yeah, he probably would have done better than that. And I don't blame that old guy. That old guy he's just the guy standing up there. It's like a full administration behind him. When this goes south, they're going to make him the scapegoat. They're setting him up. And it's not him. It's Klaus Schwab. It's the World Economic Forum. They're the ones that are behind this. They're the ones that control the media. They're the ones setting the narratives. They're the ones. And listen, I don't like Trump. I really don't like Trump. I think he's an egotistical maniac and kind of a dickhead. But right now, in my opinion, well, RFK is my best choice, but I don't think he can do it. I believe But like Trump's the only one that can get in there who is not, and I hope he's not, in the pocket of Klaus Schwab and these other people. And then talking about going to Ukraine and giving more money to Ukraine. Oh boy, I don't get that. Do you see the problems we have over here right now? And if you want to give money to Ukraine, can we track it? Can we at least track where this money's going? No, I might be in left field on a lot of this stuff, but let me know if I'm way off. But that's just what I saw, and that's just one man's humble opinion. What I saw last night, and as an American, and as somebody who wants the next generation to have the opportunities that we've had, we got to stand up and protect it right now. And I don't believe we need to go war. I believe once we go physical, wow. That's unbelievable. The stream keeps shutting down. If that doesn't tell you what's going on, I don't know what else does. But, oh, all right, guys. Well, like I said, I don't know much, but I think I know more than the guy that gave the State of the Union. I know magically the stream shuts down. I better shut up or I'm going to lose my channel, but I won't completely shut up, guys. So anyway, I'm going to go watch Arena Cross. I'm going to watch Ryan Brees and KP go at it. So, all right, guys. Peace.